Hey guys, it's Uzo. Just wanted to give you a quick demo of what it was I was working on. I haven't worked on it in quite a while, so I'm not entirely familiar with what's going on. So bear with me as I go around with this. I just managed to pull the repo down from Beanstalk and got it set up just to show you guys. So here's a quick demo. I started making it as a theme because when I was started working on it, I was thinking of it as a base theme or a theme framework where people will build on top of. But I just figured it might make a lot more sense to make this a plugin, which is what I'm going to start converting it into. But here's what I had so far. So just going to activate it, and once the theme is ready to go, we'll take a look. So first thing you'll notice is the CRM option has shown up at the bottom of the menu. So we can just click on it to jump right in and see what's going on. So this was I'm a big fan of programming with an interface, or building interfaces as I'm going along with it, so I can get a feel of it and sort of figure out flow and what I'm trying to do. So here we are. Created some dummy objects here. Some of them are live, some of them are dummy objects. The ones with pretty much every other one but contact works. But it's supposed to give you a nice, smooth introduction to what it does, um, the code name for the project at that point in time was Petra. I probably should have pointed that out. But here we go. So need to add a client. We can take a look at what clients we have at the moment. And it says you don't have anyone registered to your network at this moment. Sucks. So let's add a client and see how that goes. If you notice from the view contacts, I was trying to make it very user friendly so that there's links to do the same thing all over the place. So from the view contacts, or even directly here on the dashboard, you can literally click that and it'll take you to the add a new contact page. So let's add a new contact, and let's add myself, for example, because I know my information that much. Um, okay, so there we go, and add a contact. So it'll let me know that the contact has been added, and I can click on the name to jump and see the person's profile. So while I was doing this, if I felt, what, I just wanted to add this one contact, and I'm done, I can click on the name to go to the contact, or I can just go right back here and create a new contact. So let's try adding Taras. And the required field here is the email address. Everything else is subjective, and you can fill that out at a later date. I'll explain why, but here's how it works. So if you clicked on it and you didn't have an email address, you just get a red flash on what is the key thing to have. So in this case, I'm just going to put his name in, and it adds Taras, and it'll let me know that he's been added. So let's head over to his profile and take a look at the information we've put in. So we have his full name and the nickname that we added for him, or whatever it could be for other users. It could be like maybe the guy's full name is William Clinton, but AKA Bill. He prefers to be called Bill, so we just put the AKA in there for whoever is coming in to know what would be an easily identifiable name, or a name that he would more likely respond to. Um, so if there wasn't a nickname, the AKA field wouldn't show. It tells you the email address. I mean the contact information. I didn't want to have a long how do I put it, a long form where it says description and all of that stuff. I wanted it to be very quick and intuitive to quickly add somebody into the system, and then you can go into the individual profile and change things. The one thing I started working on was messages. This was a very rough draft of it, but the idea was you would be able to add a message. Pretty obvious. Can you guys tell this is my first screencast ever? Okay. Um, Make it easy to add messages, and these messages would also be sent to the person as an email. So, for example, right now the send as an email feature isn't in there, but it's supposed to be, hey, yes, thanks for inviting me to work together. Can't wait to convert this to scale up. Actually, there's really no need for me to add this result, but because it is emailing out, or should be emailing out, I would have some sort of signature there. And clicking add message sends and also keeps a track of the message here. It also tells you who sent it, and if you can see that this is the same as the user that's currently logged in. So if you have multiple people, multiple user accounts doing all of this stuff, you can have. I mean, it's easy for you to know who had that interaction with the client because it says so right there, and also tells you, gives a nice clean timestamp of things like that. Ideally, when the person also sends a message, it should come in here as it sends an email address to. There's a place in the app where you're going to set an email address, and the same way WordPress has a mail function. Let me show you that. I'm not sure if I don't think very many people know about it or use it, but I think it's really really cool. I think it's in writing. It should be writing. So in writing, post via email. So to post to WordPress via email, you must set up a blah blah blah, whatever. But the idea is you can provide an email address, and WordPress checks it and has a default upload category of the content of the email. So it's kind of cool that there's this service here. So I'm just going to what I was trying to work on was taking the class and not modifying it, but tapping into it so that what happens here, you set an email address somewhere in Petra, and so like for example your business info at worktogether.com, or whatever client you have, or whoever the person is can set an email address. It could even be as simple as my uzo at gmail.com, which isn't mine, but you get the idea. And it sends whenever an email comes into that account. It WordPress takes it and files the person as a new contact if they don't exist, and if they do exist, it attaches. Just jump back to the dashboard quickly. You can see that this particular widget's updated a bit. We have 2 contacts now. We can click there to go see who they are. Your network is currently 2 individuals strong. I was just having fun with the messages and working all that stuff out. But so you can see, hover over, you can quickly get information. So it's easy to just, I guess, copy it as needed. You can just, what is Uzo's phone number or email address? You can quickly take a look. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Might be nice to add links to them at some point, which will hook up to services like, well, like a mail to, or like click this and it goes to the message page, or this and it, if you have Skype, it pulls that up or something, whatever. Um, Lots of room for improvement and stuff. This is just a general idea. So we'll head back to mine. Just take a look. You can see my stuff, my email address and phone number. So it's very easy to quickly know whose page you're on or who you're dealing with, and send messages and do all of that sort of stuff with it. Of course, this is the base of it, and there'll be more stuff added on top down the line. Um, just gonna quickly send a message to myself. So just a little kick in the ass for me to stop being lazy and get back on Petra. Um, there's a view. I built a view messages page, so you can sort of see a stream of obviously way understyled or unstyled, whichever the case may be. But it's easy to see what's going on. Like there will be sort of a message stream. All of this was all PHP, and at this point, I hadn't written any JavaScript. JavaScript was not in any of my competencies, but now I'm going to sort of take it and revamp it and make it more Ajaxy. So you're sitting on the page, and as people are sending messages and talking with clients as they're coming in and stuff like that, you get this stream of messages. You can see them coming in, and there'll be ways to file messages as like, oh, this is a complaint, or this is an urgent message. Sort of little things like that that will give you the opportunity to, as a sorting system for these messages. So yeah, that's the very basic of what I was trying to do here. Obviously, be able to search through multiple conversations. Like in your view history, you can search when did anyone ever if somebody was complaining about something in particular, you could search and find where it ever existed, or all of these little nitty gritty things that you would expect from a CRM that would allow you to navigate your user history and all of that. So this is the basic idea of what I was going for. Oh, it looks like the Messages app updates. I didn't quite realize that I'd written that. Again, like I said, it's been forever and a bit since I've done anything here. But that's generally what I was going for. Very clean, minimalist look. Very clear text interfaces for indicating what it is you're trying to do. Very clean layout. And that's what I was going for. So hopefully this will, as thanks to the work you're doing in Scale Up, these contacts will now be users in WordPress. So if you jumped over here, you'll be able to see them as users. There'll probably be a default admin level for them and all of those good stuff. So I'm just really looking forward to using Scale Up to work on something like this, which would provide enormous advantage for people everywhere. A good example of a use case that's not related to business at all is bloggers. Bloggers might want to just have their email address and sort of the commenters on their WordPress tied in, so they can see when the people send them emails, and the conversation history they've had with any particular user and all of these things. And it's more, but I was really trying to focus on the relationship aspect of CRM, not customer, not the customer in CRM. I really wanted to make sure that it's about relationships. So there will be things like who referred you, and these would be sort of this data will be gathered from like automated email, like for example, an automated email that after somebody's been added to your profile, it will send an email like just with a template generic message like, "Hey, just was curious, how did you hear about us?" And just